You are not here by chance. This video was sent by something bigger. Maybe by God. Maybe by an angel. Or maybe it's that wise, silent part of you that cries out for help while the world sleeps. You feel it. Deep down, you know it. The strength you had is fading. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't bleed. But it is disappearing, little by little. As if your legs took longer to obey. As if getting out of bed required a strange, invisible effort. As if the body were hesitating. As if I needed to remember how to live. And then comes that automatic phrase. It's the age. But today I ask you, don't take this as an answer. Because the truth is different. There is an invisible enemy that enters you every night. He doesn't knock down doors. It doesn't make noise. It hides in routine, in absence, in not knowing. His name is sarcopenia. And it doesn't attack with pain. It corrodes over time. She extinguishes her strength without warning. It starts slowly. And one day, without realizing it, you trip over the carpet. He falls while trying to climb a step. Or you need help getting up from a chair. It was then that many discovered what was happening. Too late. Most people over 60 are experiencing this right now. Without knowing it. They think they sleep to rest. But while they rest, the muscles are being consumed, silently, by the body itself. If you go to bed without nourishing your body the right way, enter a state of emergency. And when you don't find enough energy, he will look for it in his muscles. While you dream, your body feeds on its own strength. And when you wake up, you're a little weaker than yesterday. And this is repeated, night after night, year after year. But there is a light, a powerful and simple truth. Science has discovered that certain foods, consumed before sleeping, have the power to protect your muscles. More than that, of reconstructing them. Foods that not only prevent muscle loss, but they also reawaken the body's ability to generate strength. Even in people over 80 years old, even after decades of weakening, there are 7 foods, 7 allies, 7 shields against time. And the most impressive thing, they are not hidden in laboratories. But maybe they are already in your kitchen. Today you will discover what these foods are, how to use them, and why they can be the missing link between you and the strength you thought you had lost forever. This video is not just about content. It's a calling, a change of course, an opportunity to stop the wear and tear, regain the firmness of your steps. Wake up and feel your body like a temple, and not a burden. Close your eyes for a moment, and imagine your body rebuilding itself overnight. Imagine waking up with more lightness, more presence, more life. It is possible, and it all starts with what you eat before bed. Waking up tired is not normal. Taking a long time to get out of bed, needing support to get up from a chair, tripping over small uneven surfaces. It's not just the passage of time. It's a cry for help. The body speaks. Speaks silently. He speaks with stiff legs, difficulty climbing stairs, with that feeling of being heavier, even though he weighs the same as before. But who listens? Many people only realize something is wrong after the fall. After weakness in hands when trying to open a bottle. After looking in the mirror and seeing not only your skin changing, but your posture slouching, your firmness disappearing, your body crying out for a break with every effort. But what if I told you this isn't inevitable? Don't you have to accept this loss of strength as a destiny? There is a name for this process, sarcopenia. But what few people know is that it doesn't come like a bolt of lightning. It comes like a whisper. This happens little by little. And this happens at night. While you sleep, your body should be rebuilding itself. But if it doesn't have the right nutrients, it goes into emergency mode. And, to maintain vital functions, it begins to consume what is most accessible, its muscles. You wake up with less than you had when you went to bed. And this is repeated, day after day, year after year. And how come no one told you about this? Because almost no one speaks. Because aging with pain and weakness has become accepted. But you are here now, listening to this message. And that, in itself, is a sign that you didn't get here by chance. It is possible to stop this process. It is possible to reverse this situation. And no, you don't have to be an athlete. You don't even need to change your entire routine. The answer lies in nighttime care. In the nutrition you provide your body before you close your eyes. In simple and sacred foods that activate reconstruction and protect what is essential. And the most beautiful thing about all this, it's that even if you're 60, 70, or 80 years old, your body can still respond. It can become even stronger. You can still awaken your strength from the inside out. Imagine for a moment waking up feeling more confident. Feel your feet firmly planted on the ground. Get out of bed quickly and look in the mirror and realize, may the strength still live within you. This is the truth that many hide. But here we speak clearly, with soul, with science, and with love. If you've made it this far, it's because something inside you is ready to start over. So, if this message touched your heart, if it made sense to you, subscribe to the channel. This space is made for you, who want to live lighter, stronger, more consciously. Here you'll find wisdom, simple practices, and actionable paths to transform your body and your life, night after night. What you'll discover next could be the turning point your body has been waiting for years. Because time passes, but the force, strength can return. How many times have you heard the phrase, "That's just a sign of age"? How many times have you been told that feeling weaker, slower, and less energetic is natural after 60? But is it really? Age passes, yes. But fragility does not have to appear. Weakness is not an inevitable destiny. It is, in fact, a consequence of decisions. Invisible options. Little. Done silently, night after night. The body is a temple. And like every temple, it needs care before it can rest. At dusk, when the world slows down, your body begins deep work. Clean, repair, rebuild. Or, if it doesn't have the right ingredients, it wears out, crumbles, implodes. It is in this sacred moment, between the lights going out and the eyes closing, that everything begins. Or it ends. If you go to bed without feeding your cells, your body enters a state of deficiency. And instead of healing, it consumes. Instead of building, he destroys. Instead of renewing itself, it weakens. It is at this precise point where the process called bijnskatabolism enters the scene. And with that, the body, in order to survive, begins to destroy its own muscle tissue. The energy you don't get from food, you get from your muscles. It's like walking into a house every night and pulling a brick out of the wall. The next day she would still be standing. But what happens after weeks, months, years? Weakening is not the fault of age. It is the result of a silent habit. Don't feed your body before sleeping. A mistake that seems small, but has a profound impact. Over time, you will feel the results. He wakes up with difficulty getting up. Knees tremble when standing. The arms can no longer support the weight of a bag. Everything feels heavier, not because the world has changed, but because its strength is fading. But this is what nobody told you. If the problem is at night, the solution is also there. Nourishing your body before bed is not an exaggeration. It is wisdom. It's self-care. It's about giving your body back the tools it needs to recover. And the best part is you don't need complex formulas. Not even expensive medicines. What you need is awareness. And the right foods, at the right time. Because when you honor your body with the right nutrients before you rest, he understands. And he answers. It works for you. Rebuild, strengthen, reorganize. The body ages, yes. But he also learns. And even at 60, 70, 80 years old, you can start again. It all starts at night. And pause. In the election. In the small gesture of caring, not only to sleep, but to be reborn. If you feel like your strength has slipped away, that your vigor has vanished for no reason, don't blame the weather. Look at the night. Look at what you offer your body before you close your eyes. Age does not weaken. Abandonment, yes. But be careful. Care rebuilds. And what you do tonight can define what your tomorrow will be like. Have you ever noticed how, over time, your body asks for silence? He stops screaming in sharp pain, and he begins to whisper with subtle signals. A slower pace, difficulty getting up from the couch, a strange tiredness after a short trip. Most people don't realize this. He keeps going, advancing the days, attributing everything to the calendar, as if the passing of the years were a cruel thief. But the real thief is invisible. It's in the details we ignore. The habits we repeat are not automatic. And among these habits, one stands out as the most destructive: going to sleep on an empty stomach, without giving your body the proper fuel for the night. You might even think, if I haven't eaten, I give my body a rest. But what happens inside you is the opposite. The body does not stop. Even while he sleeps, he works, and works hard. Repairs cells, strengthens bones, reorganizes the brain, rebuilds muscles. But for all this you need raw materials. And if you don't give him that energy, he'll look for it wherever he can. And do you know where he finds it? In the muscles themselves. In your arms, in your legs, in the base that supports you. It's like a machine without fuel that burns its own parts to keep running. And so, every night of total fasting, you are not resting. It's wearing out. That's the mistake. The silent error. The mistake of the night. It doesn't hurt right away. It does not cause fever. But, little by little, its vitality is fading. It's dismantling your strength. And when you realize it, it's harder to hold a glass firmly or walk around the block without getting tired. But there is an even crueler detail. This error, it doesn't seem like a mistake. On the contrary, many believe it is a sign of discipline, lightness, and self-control. How many times have you heard, "Is eating before bed bad for your health?" But for those over 60, do not eat, it could be much worse. Because the body already absorbs less protein, it processes nutrients more slowly. He needs help, needs support. He needs you. And that's why this conversation is so important. Because nobody talks about it. Because this truth remains hidden behind ancient myths and obsolete habits. But now that you know, you can change. With a simple, light, nutritious, and smart meal before bed, you can break this cycle of loss. You can send signals to the body. No problem. Here's what you need to refresh yourself. And he will understand. I will answer. It will work for you. It will rebuild, strengthen, and restore firmness to your steps. Nothing is definitive when there is consciousness. And even if weakness has already knocked on your door, even if you have already stumbled in time, you can still get up again. The path to healing begins with acknowledging the mistake. And if this video makes sense to you, if it sheds light on something that seemed confusing, short, this gesture is more than a click. It's a sign that you are choosing to see yourself more clearly, with more compassion, with more wisdom. The body listens. And the night, which seemed like a field of loss, can become a territory of regeneration. The choice is in your hands. And it starts with a simple dish, with the right food, and with the silence of the night finally filling with worries. When we talk about strength, many people only think about the visible muscles, the arms that lift, the legs that walk, the back that supports. But there is a more subtle and deeper force, the power of reconstruction. And it begins when the world falls asleep. As the silence of the night envelopes everything around you, your body enters a sacred state of restoration. It is at this moment that each cell begins to reorganize, that the injured tissues regenerate. May the wear and tear of the day begin to be repaired with patience, with precision. But like every builder, the body needs the right materials. There is no point in trying to rebuild with absence, with emptiness. You need tools, nutrients, instructions. And what you put inside yourself before bed is exactly that, the blueprint for your recovery. That's where the right foods come into play. They are not just food. They are messages. They are reminders to your body that it's still worth fighting for, that he is not alone, that you chose to nurture and not abandon. Let's think, for example, about something as simple as a soft-boiled egg, cooked to perfection. At first glance, it's just food. But inside it contains 9 essential amino acids. Contains leucine, a key that unlocks muscle rebuilding. Transports vitamin D, sunlight stored in solid form. Contains vitamin B12, vital for nerves, balance, and a strong wake-up call. When you eat something like this before bed, something changes inside you. It's like saying, "I'm here. I'm taking care of myself. I'm ready to start over." And the body responds. Not loudly, but subtly, with less pain when waking up. More firmness when lifting. With that once hesitant step now, he moves forward. And if the egg is the beginning, it is joined by other small gifts of nature. A spoonful of Greek yogurt, thick, nutritious, and rich in casein. This slow-release protein acts as a gatekeeper, releasing its benefits over hours and promoting muscle rebuilding while you dream. It's not magic. It's biology combined with wisdom. Or some pumpkin seeds, tiny, almost invisible, but loaded with magnesium, zinc, and strengthening proteins. These seeds act as shields. They help maintain muscle tone, calm the nervous system, and prevent those nighttime cramps that strike like thieves in the early morning. And if you want something more comforting, consider a glass of warm milk with collagen mixed in. When you close your eyes, this combination travels throughout your body, from tendons to ligaments, from joints to bones, strengthening the structure that keeps you standing every day. This is what you can offer. It's not a banquet. It's not an exaggeration, but a ritual. A moment of listening, of preparation. A reminder that aging doesn't have to mean decline, but it may be a new phase of conscious construction. There is a difference between sleeping and giving up. And now you know this difference. Next time you go to bed, ask yourself, what did I offer my body today to rebuild me? Because he is ready for it. Ready to get up. You just have to allow it. Now, close your eyes for a moment. Breathe slowly and deeply. Let the air enter like a gentle breeze through the open window of the soul. And when you leave, take with you the weight of the day, the accumulated tensions, the noises that remain in your mind. Now imagine that there is a secret garden inside you. A place that no one else sees. Hidden among the bones, among the heartbeats, among the thoughts that have no name. This garden is the temple of your body. And in that temple, there is a fountain. A source of energy that arises in silence and runs through every muscle, every fiber, every cell. Sometimes this source seems dry. Other times, cloudy. But she never disappears. She just waits for your attention. Now visualize the water in this spring beginning to renew itself. Drop by drop it is purified. Not with magic, but with your choice. With all the care you took before sleeping. With every food item he offered as a gift. With every breath that now brings calm. Feel the water running down your legs, as if washing away the weakness that has accumulated there over the years. Feel it rise up your spine and lift away the invisible weight you've been silently carrying. Feel it pass through your shoulders, arms, hands, as if every joint were now lubricated from within with new life. And then he reaches the chest. To the center. That's where your true strength lies. And it is at this point that a light is born. It is not an ordinary light, but a serene, constant flame that does not waver. The flame of forgotten vitality. The one who was always there, even when everything seemed dark. This flame begins to expand. It doesn't burn. It heats. It runs smoothly through your veins, carrying a message to every cell. You're under reconstruction. You still can. You still are. Now imagine your muscles as roots. Dry, fragile, almost brittle roots. But now, they're starting to get food. They begin to strengthen from within. Not visibly, not immediately, but deeply. Real. Your feet feel firmer on the ground, even when lying down. Feel your breathing more confident. You feel that your body, the same one that has so often been the cause of complaint or worry, is silently thanking you. Yes, he hears you. And he's responding. Continue breathing slowly. Feel the energy moving in the silence of the night. Feel your spine straighter inside, like a tree regaining its axis. Feel your legs pulsate slightly, a sign that the blood is flowing with intention. Feel your shoulders release fear. Feel how your eyes soften the past. Now, repeat with your soul, as if it were a prayer. My strength is to be reborn. My body listens to me and rebuilds me. Every night he heals me. Every morning he prepares me. I am firm. I am light. I am complete. Remain in this state for a few more moments. Feel that something in you has been activated. It doesn't matter your age. No matter how long you've felt weak, strength can always be remembered. You just have to call her by her name again. And tonight, you called her. With food. Carefully. With breathing. With presence. And the body listened. He is rebuilding. He's coming back. He is with you. Now, imagine waking up in the morning. It is not just any awakening, but a new dawn. You feel the difference as soon as you open your eyes, as if your body had prepared itself overnight for this new day. It's a sensation that isn't limited to the simple act of waking up, but to the way your body responds to the touch of the outside world. You sit up in bed, and for the first time in a long time you feel light. Your feet find the ground firmly, as if the ground were more welcoming, more secure. Getting up is no longer an effort, it is an act of trust. Your muscles, which once seemed fragile, begin to remember what it means to be strong. And it's all the result of a simple, yet profound, change made overnight. You didn't just feed your body. You prepared it to overcome the invisible wear and tear that time tries to impose. Over the past few days, you've given your body what it needs to recover and grow stronger. You respected him. You fed him wisely and carefully. And he responded, as he always does when he is treated with the attention he deserves. The weakness that once seemed a constant companion begins to dissipate. Joint stiffness gives way to flexibility and ease of movement. And it's not just a physical change. It is a profound transformation. It is the body understanding that strength is not something that is lost. It's something that can be rescued, night after night, with the right gestures. Now imagine that you, who previously looked at your own image in the mirror with some fear, begin to see yourself differently. There is more firmness in your steps, more confidence in your movements. You begin to notice the difference not only in what you can do, but in the feeling you carry with you. Growing old doesn't have to mean getting weaker. You are discovering that time is not your enemy. They are bad habits, decisions not made, neglected care. But now you're on the road to rebuilding. The transformation occurs. Invisibly, but real. Night after night, meal after meal, you're creating the foundation for a stronger, more resilient, more vibrant body. And the best part is you don't have to wait years to see it happen. The change starts now. Now that you finally understand, the secret is how you take care of yourself before bed. If you've already noticed the difference a simple change can make in your life, don't keep it to yourself. Share your experience. Tell us about your journey so far, how the habits you're incorporating have transformed your body. Comment below and tell us. Have you noticed any difference? What changes had the biggest impact on your routine? Every word of yours, every story, is a testament to the fact that change is possible and that, even as the years pass, we can always rebuild our strength. Because you are stronger than you think. And every day, every night, you prove it to yourself. Now that you've begun to recognize the importance of your nighttime habits, it's time to look at the impact they have on your daily life. You might be wondering, how can I be sure this is working? How do I know I'm actually improving? The answer lies in the small changes that, although imperceptible at first, begin to take shape over time. It's not just muscles that regenerate, it's not just physical strength that returns. As you take care of your body at night, something deeper begins to happen. Your confidence is rebuilt. Every morning you wake up without that extra weight, without that inexplicable tiredness, is a victory. Every movement you make without hesitation, without fear of being stopped by pain or weakness, is a small achievement. And it's these daily victories that begin to reshape your perception of aging. You, who once felt that age limited your movements, now begin to realize that the real limitation has always been the neglect. What seemed like an inevitable process of wear and tear was nothing more than a lack of care for what really matters. Eat the right way. It's not just about bodybuilding. It's not about lifting weights or running marathons. It's about recovering your own vital energy. It's about understanding that your body, when treated with respect and wisdom, reacts with vitality. And that vitality that seemed lost over the years shines again. Now you can begin to feel, day after day, the power of your choice. The meals you prepare at night, the nourishment you give your body before bed, begin to show up in small daily victories. You don't have to wait until tomorrow to see results. They are already happening inside you, silently but powerfully. This is not an immediate or magic solution. It's a gradual build-up, where each well-nourished night and each day lived with more energy become steps toward the rebirth of your strength. Your body is not a burden you carry. He is an ally, a force that has always been by your side, waiting for you to nourish yourself properly again. And he is ready to respond in a powerful and effective way. You don't need to apologize for getting older. You don't have to accept the idea that weakness is inevitable, because you have the power to change that now. You have the power to rebuild yourself, to rise again, to bring out the best in you, night after night. These small changes not only serve to prolong life. It's about living it fully. It's about regaining the pleasure of doing the things you love, of enjoying time with more energy, more strength, and more health. And you begin to realize, little by little, that you are going beyond what you imagined possible. And so, your transformation happens, like a river that runs silently, but never stops. And the most impressive thing is that we are only just beginning to see what is possible. Because the power to rebuild yourself is within you all the time. You just have to wake it up, with every choice made wisely. And when you look in the mirror in the morning, you will notice not only the strength of your body, but the strength of your own decision to start over. Now that you've allowed yourself to see the power of the small choices you make each night, it's time to understand the depth of this transformation. What happens to your body is not just a physical matter but a spiritual one. It is a reconnection with nature, the ability to regenerate, to heal, to rediscover vitality. This process is not limited to strengthening muscles or restoring energy, but is a rebirth of confidence. Every night you take care of your body, you are creating a new story. A story where age doesn't define limits, but rather conscious choices shape the trajectory. By giving your body what it needs before bed, you're telling your spirit and mind that you still have a long way to go, a path where health is a continuous journey. And every morning when you wake up, it's not just your body that feels stronger. It's your mind. It's your heart. It's your sense of possibility. Confidence begins to return, and with it, the feeling that you can do more. That there are no insurmountable limits, that there are no closed paths. Over time, you'll notice that the challenges of everyday life, which were once exhausting, begin to become easier. Climbing a flight of stairs, taking a walk in the park, playing with the grandchildren. These activities, which once seemed difficult, are now moments of pleasure and freedom. The body, which once seemed like a prison, is now the key to a full life. This is because regeneration is not only physical. With every nutritious meal, every good night's sleep, every act of self-care, you are telling your body, I respect you. I care about you. And in doing so, you're also strengthening your relationship with the world around you. You become more present, more vibrant, more in tune with what really matters. You, who felt tired, now find new breath. You, who dreaded the days to come, are now beginning to understand that aging is not an end, but a new beginning. A beginning where strength is not lost, but found. Where the body, with proper care, proves to be more resilient with each dawn. This journey of transformation begins to extend to all aspects of your life. When you take care of your body, you also take care of your mind. When you give yourself time to regenerate during sleep, you create a state of balance and inner harmony that resonates in all aspects of your existence. The transformation is silent, but profound. It starts with your food choices, but it's reflected in your energy, your strength, and your ability to live with more presence. It's not about racing against time. It's about walking with him, step by step, with wisdom, strength, and peace. And it all starts inside you. You are the architect of this new stage of your life. You hold in your hands the key to strong and vital aging, where health is not something that is lost, but rather constantly renewed. The secret is in your hands, in the decisions you make now, as the world around you slows down. Because time doesn't define you. You are the one who chooses the direction your life will take. Your body, with proper nutrition and sufficient rest, not only survives. It blooms. He is reborn. And with it, you are reborn. Now, as you look to the future, you realize something fundamental. Change isn't something distant. It's not something that will happen tomorrow or next week. It's happening right now, inside you. The journey you began to undertake, without even realizing it, is reflected in every detail of your being. You, who felt tired, now find new vigor. You, who feared the fragility of your body, are beginning to realize its resilience, its ability to regenerate. Every night, through the simple act of nourishing yourself properly, you are bringing a new version of yourself into reality. And all this happens silently, almost imperceptibly. But make no mistake, the transformation is happening. With every breath, every meal, every good night's sleep, your body reconnects with its natural strength, with its vitality. You are no longer a prisoner of the idea that aging means losing strength. Now you know that the real secret is in caring, in respecting the body signals, in giving it what it needs to regenerate, not just survive. You're already building a solid foundation of health, night after night. And this foundation is reflected not only in your physical form, but also in your mind and spirit. The best part is that you're just getting started. You've already taken the first step, and most importantly, you've made the right decision. You've realized that strength isn't lost with age, but rather regained with proper attention and care. And now you know you can wake up every day with more energy, more determination, and more confidence. Now imagine what it will be like when you make this a daily habit. Imagine how many victories you will achieve, how many firm and confident steps you will take. Imagine what your life will be like, more vibrant, more active, more free from limitations. And it all starts here, with the decision to nourish yourself, with the option to transform your routine, with the decision to go further, to seek renewal, to choose health. The choice is yours, and the power to transform your life is in your hands. Now, if this video touched your heart, if it made you reflect on the little things that can make a big difference, I want to invite you to share this journey with more people. Like this video so it can reach those who need this transformation. Comment below. Tell me how this message has impacted your life and how you're ready to begin your own rebirth journey. And, of course, subscribe to the channel. Because this is just the beginning. And there's so much more to discover. You, who felt lost, weakened, now know that true strength is not lost. It just needs to be rescued. You have that power. And now you too have the knowledge. Every step you take now, every choice you make tonight, will be a step toward your new life. A life in which you are no longer a hostage of time, but of your own care. I'm glad you made it this far, to allow you to transform and reconnect with your true strength. The best is yet to come.